Vasudevam Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru.
Qui concerne une dizaine de caractéristiques qui un humain dit bizaina. Et un parmi ça, c'est la non-violence. La non-violence, et quand nous guettons, c'est all lives are the manifestation of the divine. Et nous devons recognize the sacredness in them. Alors, nous trouvons que dans chaque djimoun, dans chaque personne, il y a ça, la vie là. Et c'est pas juste le djimoun aussi, c'est le plants and animals as well. Alors, nous devons, as far as possible, avoid violence. Alors, nous pouvons le non-violence. Alors, mais il y en a qui, pas beaucoup à faire autrement, nous pouvons bien, il y en a par exemple, quand nous pouvons couper des légumes, nous pouvons faire violence seulement, les moins. Et même affaire pour la vie animale, mais côté humain, nous besoin, parce qu'étant donné qu'il y a une divinité dans tout, il y a une divinité, nous pas besoin. Alors, nous pas besoin de ça, même qui, for hunting, for sports, for killing, nous pas besoin de ça violence là. Alors, ça c'est côté non-violence, ahimsa. Deuxièmement, c'est truth. Comment nous connaissons God is truth, truth is God. Alors, directing on mind, speech and action. Alors, nous avons besoin de sa unité là, qui dans cela, pour connaître sa vérité qui est là dans mon Dieu, et nous aussi nous avons besoin de ça. Autre chose qui nous causait, c'est la colère, anger. Anger comes when we don't get what we expect from others. Bon, et nous avons tout le monde certaines questions que nous expect. Et surtout quand nous avons un désir. À cause ça que Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba, because low ceiling on desires. Qui fait quand nous avons un desires qui est unlimited, alors qu'il arrive nous sommes frustrés. Nous pas gagner, nous sommes frustrés, et quand il est frustré, ça lui amène to anger. Alors là, nous besoin éviter sa colère là. Évite colère et mettre un ceiling on the desires. Et comment nous connaissons tout quelque chose belongs to God. Et nous besoin tous les temps à ça one-pointedness parce que peine à rien pour nous. C'est tout God given. Et nous besoin à ça one-pointedness towards God. Et when the mind gets disturbed, it loses its stamina. Là, il perd sa stamina et nous perdons notre sérénité aussi. Et autre chose, et nous perdons notre sérénité, nous perdons la paix. Hein? Nous perdons la paix. Et quand nous avons ça, ça veut dire, when other beings are in distress, it must draw our sympathy. Nous avons une sympathie, une compassion aussi envers les autres. Ça veut dire qu'on peut trouver les autres gens, c'est dans la douleur, dans la peine, nous restons insensibles. Alors, nous aussi, nous besoin une sympathie, une compassion envers les autres. Et là, nous, côté humain, nous arise à côté humain. Là. Et nous besoin, la modestie est une grande affaire, l'humilité est une modestie, c'est une grande affaire que nous besoin là. Nous pas besoin ni côté l'argent, côté physique, côté nous pas besoin d'aucun orgueil, nous besoin tout le temps rester modeste et nous besoin humble dans la vie. Jai Shri Ram.
From the beginning, this is a very interesting chapter talking about the divine and the demoniac qualities. And so the slok 4 talks about the qualities of the demoniac: pride, arrogance, anger, harshness, this because of ignorance. And then slok 5 talks about the roads leading to liberation or the road to hell. And the road leading to liberation are those having transcendental qualities. We have seen in verse 1 several qualities of divine qualities. And then the demoniac qualities lead to bondage. Of course, because they have attachment. 6 talks about the Vedic civilized societies, how living beings in the Vedic civilized societies behave. They follow rules and regulations, and they have divine qualities. And the demoniac, contrary to that, they do not know what is to be done and what is not to be done. In fact, they are not clean in body and mind. They do not observe cleanliness. Their behavior is poor, and they don't know the truth because they are in ignorance. So now we come to text 8. Starting of the purport itself, it says, the world is unreal. Aha. The world is unreal is demonstration of ignorance of the root of existence, the basic foundation of cosmic nature, the ignorance of the cause and effect and the purpose of cosmic existence. And the demoniac, they believe that the material nature in which they have their root, they are rooted in that, is due to chance. It happens because there is chance element. Is that so? Even if we agree, we tend to agree with that. But then the question is, but how does the chance take place? Where is the origin of the chance? Even if we go further, we'll find that there is something beyond the chance. So there's no difference for them between matter, and all is matter to them. Everything is matter. Why? And here we go back to the Vedic qualities. If we have and we living beings, we have the power to discriminate. That is why we've got a mind, buddhi, to discriminate and to choose not to be passionate, not to be dispassionate, not to be attached. This is our choice. And for that to happen, we can't do that without discipline. And for the ultimate goal of liberation, we have to have the desire to go towards that. When we desire for that, then we work towards that. So this is where the discipline comes in. So ultimately the question arises, where is heaven and where is hell? This is a good question, because the very basic philosophy of Bhagavad Gita, the conversation between Lord Krishna and Arjuna, is to show the difference. And to whom was this said, the Bhagavad Gita? It was not to Arjuna. Arjuna was a persona. It was said for humanity. So therefore, for humanity, we have to choose between heaven and the other road, which is hell. And all these qualities are within us. So we have to work towards that. This is my understanding of text 8.
What we can see here, truth, dharma, and God are the different expressions of reality which governs the universe. The knowers, the believers, the moralists, the theists are those who live in tune with God's law. On the contrary, on the other hand, the infidels, the profligates, that is, those indulging in wasteful way of life, extravagant life, way of life. The atheists, those who don't believe in God. And the nihilists, that is, those who believe that life is meaningless and rejects all moral principles. Or those who deny or defy the law. These types of people deny, defy the law of the universe, the law of God. Whatever type of people they are, they may be, they are the outcome is of lust. It is in a temptation because of l'emprise de lust, they indulge in these things. And for those people who lustfully indulge in these actions, this is a creed of the type of people. That is, they believe in it. That they think that they can lustfully indulge in any activities that is not in conformity with God's principles. That's all.
Om Jai Shri Krishna. Vasudevam Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Jai Shri Krishna. We have heard several times about the modes of nature, that there are three principal modes of nature. That which is of goodness is termed sattvic, and that which is for ignorance is tamasic. And in between we also have that of passion, which is rajasic. And it is also said that a person is endowed with a mixture or different proportions of these different types of modes of nature, which then finally culminate into the person's characteristic. The other thing that is important to understand is that being of a particular nature, you are more prone to either being pulled down into the circle or the circle of birth and death, as opposed to someone who's of sattvic nature, who will lifted up and away from that. And it says at the first part of verse 5, Lord Krishna says to Arjuna, Devi Sampad Mokshaya Nibandhaya Aasuri Mata. If somebody has got divine characters, divine natures of divine nature, he has a greater sort of ability of getting detached from this circle of birth and death, and therefore can be liberated and can reach moksha. While on the other hand, of demoniacal nature, non-divine characteristic will be attached, will be caught into bondage. Nibandhaya Suri Mata. And Lord Krishna has already started describing the main characteristic of a divine person, as from verse 1 up to 3 in chapter 16, which we did like the last session. Do bhutu sargo lokesmin deva asura evacha. That is, in this world we have principally two types of persons. One who have a tendency toward divinity, and the other one who will have more of non-divine characteristics. And what happens, therefore, to those people who are sort of what we see demoniacal, who has got non-divine characteristics? What it is said, Lord Krishna says, Pravritincha nivritincha janana vidura suraha na shauchannapi chacharo na satyam teshu vidyate. That these people, the people who got this kind of characters, who are what we call demoniacal, they neither what has to be done, neither do they know how to refrain from doing. There is no purity. They do not believe in a good conduct, and there is nothing like truth for them. So this is how they start in these characteristics. And then in the 8th verse of this chapter, Lord Krishna then speaks about such demoniacal person, what they think of the world itself. What does the world represent to them? Asatyam apratishthante jagadahuranishwaram aparasparasambutam kimatnyat kamahetukam. They believe there is no such thing as truth. There is no foundation or any base. As if the world is based on asatyam apratishtham. There is no truth. There is no foundation of truth somewhere. There is no divine power. There is no God. Anishwaram. And that this world is but a product of mutual union between man and woman. Aparaspara sambhutam. And that all are due to lust. Kama hetukam. What else? They also question what could be the foundation of this world according to the people with demoniacal characteristics. It is what they said in number 8. Well, is that so? And is it all that is considered the world? Well, these and more of these, Lord Krishna will start sort of describing to Arjuna concerning divine and non-divine characters, which we'll have to share our views a bit at a later time. Dhanyavad. Jai Shri Krishna.